Hi, thanks for joining us for this week's Slim Fit Weight Loss Tip of the Week. This week we're going to cover 9 basic steps that you can start implementing today to help accelerate your weight loss for this upcoming week and the entire month of February. Now these 9 steps require no extra tools, but what they do require is writing them down as you hear me say them and then actually putting them into play. So some of these things we're going to talk about are going to be things that you can start immediately as soon as you're done watching this video. Some of the things you can start applying tonight as you're making dinner. Let's get started. So, number 1, spoil your supper. Now, what do we mean by that? We've been told our whole lives to not spoil our supper. Well, with this, what we're actually doing is having our Slim Fit smoothie every night about an hour before we have our dinner. What this will help to do is cut down the amount of food that you eat during your dinner, but then at the same time, it's actually going to stop you from having any cravings to cheat or anything like that. The next thing that we want to recommend is chewing gum. And with that, not just any type of gum, either a mint or a spearmint type gum while you're cooking your dinner. Now the reason why this is because it's going to keep your mouth occupied, and at the same time, you're going to be less likely to taste or nibble on the things that you're cooking, possibly cutting down several calories away from your daily intake. The next thing that we're going to talk about is when you go out to eat. Read the entire menu of what you're doing. Go through everything. You might just get right to the soup and salad section and order right away, but there might be something at the back of the menu, such as like a guiltless grill menu or something like that, that might actually taste better. You'll enjoy it more, but at the same time, might end up being healthier for you. A classic example is the Quesadilla Explosion Salad at Chili's. It actually has more calories than just about anything on the entire menu. But when you think salad, you think healthy. Well, they also have the under 500 calorie section. Opt for those choices instead. The next thing is smaller bites when you eat. Now, the average person takes about a tablespoon-sized bite, but what that leads to, recent research shows, is that you'll eat actually 25% more during a meal than somebody who actually takes bites that are only a teaspoon size. So cut your portions down a little smaller, take teaspoon-sized bites. You're going to chew a whole lot more, and what that's going to help to do is give your digestive enzymes a better chance to break down that food, but then also it's going to take you longer to eat, and you're more likely to get full quicker. Also, make your portions on a smaller plate as opposed to a larger plate. The next thing is think before you eat. Before you're about to prepare a meal, or before you're about to eat, think about the principles that we have in place at SlimFit. You know, our basic philosophy is if you're going to have carbohydrates, just match the size with an equal portion of protein. Very, very simple steps to do, but you got to make sure you plan it out ahead. So when you get your plate, if you're eating out at a restaurant or if you're eating at home, you might want to push a little bit off to the side and maybe make that not part of your meal, or make that part of your leftovers that you take home or eat the next day. The next thing that we want to talk about is being active. Being active, sounds like something that's a time-consuming effort, and it's really not. Being active, like you've maybe heard me say before, is as simple as maybe parking towards the back of the parking lot and walking a little bit further in the grocery store. Possibly shopping at a place like a Sam's Club or like a Walmart, where a bigger store, so it takes you longer to get around through the store, and in essence, you'll be walking more steps. Maybe go and walk the mall in the mornings. They open the mall earlier so people can go ahead and walk through. It's a safe environment and you can get exercise. The other thing is sip skinny. Okay, so this is going to be our 7th step. When it comes to an alcohol choice, even on the weekends, you want to make a healthier choice. Now, a full lager beer or a mixed drink or a frozen margarita is going to have anywhere in the range of 300 to 500 calories per drink. Now, you can cut that significantly down by either choosing a light beer, which is still going to have some hops and some long-chain carbohydrates that could possibly store as fat, or you can make a choice like a red wine. Red wine is going to have about anywhere between 100 to 150 calories for a 5-ounce glass, and you're less likely to drink it faster. So in essence, it'll make it last a lot longer, and you're still being social. The last thing, or second to last thing, is keeping your focus. You want to make sure you keep some sort of goal sheet. Now, if you put your goals as a weekly, a monthly, and a quarterly of the year type goals, what you need to do is break those into smaller steps and have your weekly and daily goals and review those goals daily. Make sure you're staying on track and make sure you're continuously each day plugging towards that final destination of your ideal goal weight. The last thing, and finally, is getting enough sleep. One of the biggest things that leads to cheat meals and somebody going off of their program is that their body, needs sleep. If they either need sleep or they need energy, or if you're just feeling tired. Our body's natural tendency is to reach for carbohydrates, which is your sugary type foods, your pretzels, a coffee with some sugar in it, all these different type things, because your brain knows that sugar and carbohydrates is going to be its quickest source of energy. What you can do instead is try and get to sleep possibly a half hour earlier or an hour earlier. Make up on a little bit of sleep throughout the week. The other thing, if anybody's ever heard my 7 Steps to Peak Energy workshop, is to take little power downs throughout the day. Now, power downs is just simply sitting in a private place or shutting the lights off in your office and just taking 2 to 5 minutes, 2 to 5 times a day, just to relax and kind of reflect upon your thoughts and let everything kind of wind down. It's kind of a natural way of meditation, and it'll help you to clear your thoughts and feel more energized. All right? Also, be sure to check out the new Slim Fit Cookbook. It's loaded with 75 everyday smoothie recipes, 25 indulgent dessert type recipes, and 30 vegetarian recipes that you can use for dinner any time of the week or on Wednesdays for any of your Acceleration Day emails. For any other questions or any other tips, please give us a call at 727-851-SLIM or go to our website and email us at slimfitdiet.com. I'll see you next week, and I hope you're making a great week.